Today's recipe could not be easier, and I am not exaggerating. It's a beef stew, and you don't even need to brown it. Yeah, you could brown the meat if you wanted to add an extra step and potentially more flavor. But this one is really good, and it's enriched with some tomato paste and some balsamic vinegar, and that really amps up the flavor. And so maybe you're not even gonna miss the browning. Give it a try and let me know. Cut 2 onions, about 1 pound, into sort of largest chunks. Everything's just gonna go right into a pot. And in fact, if you wanted to, you could make this in a slow cooker. You like slow cookers, right? I know you do. Don't tell me you don't. I know you do. It's a lot, but it's 3 pounds of beef chuck, so you want to offset that with some other flavors, right? So it's a pound of onion, a pound of carrot, and a pound of potato, in addition to 3 pounds of beef. 6 cloves of garlic. Those just need to be smashed. You don't even need to cut them up. Just put the flat side of your knife on and press down. Be careful though when you're doing this that your hand doesn't slip. Okay. Then your 1 pound of carrots. So these are peeled. Cut them into 1.5-inch lengths. And at the very end, if they're super thick, you can cut those in half. Really depends on how big your carrots are as to whether or not they need to be trimmed at the end. This is going to cook for a nice long time, so the carrots need to be sturdy enough to hold up to that. Then a pound of new potatoes. They should be scrubbed but not peeled, and halved if they're large. 2 bay leaves. And all of that is just going to go right into the pot with your beef. Before you add your vegetables to the beef, what you want to do is add 1/3 cup of tomato paste. I'm a huge fan of using tomato paste in these tubes, usually if I'm doing smaller amounts, because for bigger amounts it's actually a little bit annoying, but the cans are fine when you're using a lot like this. But if you're using a small amount, you can just put this right back into the refrigerator, and you don't have to worry about transferring it to another container like you do if you're using a can. Add that directly to your meat. 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. This beef stew doesn't even use any broth. It just uses water in combination with the tomato paste and the balsamic vinegar, which is really quite interesting. And then 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This will thicken your stew as it cooks. I like to stir that around first. Get the beef coated. And then you can add your vegetables. It's the carrots, onions, garlic, and the bay leaf. All go right in. 3 cups of water. Some salt and pepper. Gosh, guys, couldn't be easier than that, right? Turn it on, and you want to bring this to a boil on top of the stove. That'll assure that it's firmly in the cooking zone. Cover it up, transfer it to a 350-degree oven, and then cook it until everything is tender, 2 to 2.5 hours. Everything looks nice and reduced and thickened. Here's the one thing I'm going to warn you about. Remember that this was in the oven, so these things, otherwise known as the handles, are really hot. Don't touch them. I usually will drape something over it like that so that I don't forget. In cooking school, they teach you to dust it with a little bit of flour, but I don't do that anymore. But I usually do try to cover up the handles so I don't accidentally burn myself. It's rich and delightful. I mean, I'm pretty sure. It certainly smells that way. Look at that. Give it a taste. It's super hot. I'm just gonna taste the broth because it might need some salt. Wow, no, it's fantastic. It's so good. It's like the easiest thing that you're gonna make all month long. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments below. Make it in the slow cooker. Tell me about that. I want to hear all about it.